Hi everyone and welcome back to another Spotlight video. My name's Kat McKimmie and I'm here with Ben Garwood as part of the Business Street Manager Business Change team. Today we're going to be discussing the three options you have when it comes to transitioning Street Manager: user interface or UI, application programming interface, API, or a combination of the two. There are 6 major considerations which we'll explore in greater detail.
In layman's terms, using the UI means that you can access Street Manager via the URL as a website. An API link allows you to continue using your old system and feeds data into the Street Manager database in the back end, while the combination is a mix of the two. We are aware that many of you will already have decided which path you're going to go down, but hope that this video gives you a full understanding of the benefits of each option.
We'll begin with functionality, as we know that this is the most business critical aspect of Street Manager. Street Manager is being developed in an agile manner, meaning that the functionality will be updated in response to user feedback up to the deadline of the 31st of March. After this date, development will continue at a slightly slower pace, overseen by the governance structures which are in the process of being designed. Check back for more information on that in January. You can check the roadmap to see what's being prioritised after April. The main advantage of this type of project is that the team is focused on building functionality which will definitely benefit the end users. Consistency between departments and regions is also guaranteed. API functionality will vary from organisation to organisation, since it's up to you what you develop. At a basic level, you can replicate your current functionality and continue with business as usual. It's worth noting here that the UI is constantly developing. It might be the case that a certain functionality you need is not fully available today, but will be there tomorrow, and the interface might turn out to be the preferred option instead of linking Street Manager via API. Hence, we'd like to advise everyone to keep abreast of UI developments, even if they are using API in April, just so that you're aware of all alternatives. Street Manager is a great opportunity to assess your current processes and ways of working to understand any opportunities to make efficiency savings.
Cost is another important factor in planning your Street Manager transition. The pricing structure has been designed as fairly as possible, reflecting the number of permits an organisation raises per year. This cost applies to all users, regardless of using UI, API, or a combination. For those using the UI, this is the only applicable cost, unless you encounter training costs for your new users. For those using an API, there may be a cost to develop the API link. However, this is very organisation specific. Some of you may have an in-house dev team who can create the link at minimal or no cost. The same applies for those taking a combined approach.
Unlike costs, training requirements will vary from organisation to organisation. The UI is a brand new product and all users will require training to get them up to speed on how to navigate through each stage. There's a library of training materials on GitHub, on the Street Manager YouTube channel, and on the Street Manager app, which you're welcome to use to help plan and run your training sessions. From the offset, the design process has embraced user testing, and the final product is extremely user-friendly and intuitive. Think of other simple government websites, for instance the passport application website. API users should be able to continue business as usual with minimal or no training, since the interface will remain the same, while those using the combination approach will need to plan training if users will be transitioned over to the UI. It's also worthwhile informing the whole organisation how the UI and the API interact, so there's no confusion over which system is used for which activity.
Customization is something which you may or may not wish to consider. The UI is offered as a standard product which has been developed with the user at the heart of the process. Developments will be rolled out in response to ongoing feedback which every organisation is welcome to submit. The API route offers more customization options. In essence, the interface can be designed exactly as you wish. It's worthwhile noting that customizations after you have finalized your API may come at an additional cost, while updates to the UI will be rolled out for free. The combination approach is similar, but you must remain vigilant for any breaking updates which affect how the UI and API interact. When this occurs, the DFT will support 2 versions for a minimum of 6 months, giving you time to update your API link.
Updates, similar to customizations, will be deployed automatically to the UI. Updates to API are your responsibility to stay abreast of, keeping in mind the 6-month timeline for breaking updates. The combination route will encompass both.
To finish, I'd like to emphasise 3 key takeaways from this video. 1. There is no one-size-fits-all approach. We are thrilled that organisations are thinking outside the box and alighting upon the most appropriate transition option for their circumstances. Don't forget that there is a large street manager community out there who would be happy to talk through all the options with you. 2, even if you plan to use an API link, it's still advisable to obtain UI sandbox access to understand how the system works on a basic level. This will also give you a backup system if you require an alternative while your API is updated, for instance. 3, finally, think of Street Manager as an opportunity to assess your current processes and ways of working. You may be surprised to find areas where you can make efficiency savings by redesigning your processes. The community is an invaluable tool to bounce ideas like this around.
Thank you for watching this video, and feel free to get in touch with us via email streetmanager@dft.gov.uk, on the Street Manager app, which is launching soon, or on our Slack channel if you have any questions.